Hey Google, what's the temperature in Reykjavik, Iceland?
The current temperature in Reykjavik, Iceland, is -2 degrees. Due to current wind conditions, it feels like it's -8.
We do choose the best places to go on holiday, don't we?
We are in Iceland! Woohoo! Look at this. This is honestly one of the most weird but awesome places that I've been so far. It's just so otherworldly. It's like being in Mars. It's bizarre. And we have our hire car. We've got an upgrade again. Thanks, Avis. So we are in this fancy Hyundai Tucson. So now we are driving to our accommodation. And we don't really have too many plans for today. We're just going to get there and just chill and enjoy the drive. But I mean, look at this landscape. It's just mad. It's currently 3 o'clock and the sun is already going down. But clear skies, so if we're lucky, we may even see some northern lights. Fingers crossed. And also, it is freezing. It's so cold. What is it currently? Like -3 or something, I think. But it's like, yeah, you can feel it. I'm glad we bought all of our thermals. So yeah, the adventure begins. Good times. So we successfully managed to negotiate filling up with fuel, which was a little scary because we tried to pay at pump, but it just said not authorized. So we were like, shit, are we actually going to be able to pay for anything here? But we went inside and the nice man helped us. But we're now driving along what looks like a very ordinary highway on the way to our accommodation. But just look at this. You've got a highway and then you've got this crazy snowy mountain and also Arctic looking bay out there as well. So the whole thing is just quite a
Spinner?
head spinner. Okay, so we have arrived at our destination. We are in our little cabin. It's rather pleasant looking. And out there we have quite a nice dramatic view over the mountains, but it's dark so you can't really see it at the moment. And it is cold. All of the grass outside is like completely frosted over and kind of hard. So we're going to try and see if we can figure out where to get some food, because this is self-catering and we have no food and we haven't eaten since breakfast. So yeah, across the fjord, which you can't really see, but there's like a fjord out there, and on the other side of the fjord is what looks like a little town. So I guess that's what we're going to investigate now, see if we can find some food. Otherwise we are going to be pretty hungry, but we do at least have 2 pods of coffee. So, if nothing else, can stave off the hunger with caffeine. What is that? And these ones don't match. We have some dark grey ones and some medium grey ones and some light grey ones. I mean, they're all grey, so close enough, I suppose. Those ones do. But not the ones on the other side for some strange reason. Oh yeah, what? Interesting. Fashion. Right, so we're up early this morning and we're now going south again, and we're going to go and see a volcano first and then kind of just drive around a bit, and then we're going to the, what's it called? Blue Lagoon, that's it, for a swim in a warm, salty pond. And it's very dark still, but we're hoping that by the time we get to our first destination, it will be starting to get light. So the conditions have worsened somewhat. Lots of ice on the road, and it's a little bit difficult to see where the edge of the road is, which is slightly unnerving. And as Rachel pointed out, the problem with starting so early in the morning is that there haven't been any other cars along here to brush the snow away. Oof. So kind of just have to guess when you're in the right place. So we're just going slow, it's all good, but yeah, definitely quite unnerving driving.
In 200 meters, turn right.
Oh, that's fun. Iceland.
In 200 meters, turn left.
So this is a official road, apparently, full of holes. So many holes in the road. Lucky we have a 4x4.
I'm holding the camera so well.
Oh god. And this is the second time we've been down this road, by the way. We just went the other direction on the same road, thanks to our sat nav, and now we're coming back again.
Turn left.
Okay, so we are at some hot spring. It's quite windy, but I don't know if you can hear the sound. Probably not, because it's too windy, I think. But it's making this really weird hissing sound. It's pretty cool, and there's like smoke just billowing out. But unfortunately, it's still pitch black, so we can't actually see very much. Sound is just weird. Right, so it has now got light, and we are now on the way to see a rock pool. and it is rather chilly.
My gloves.
You forgot your gloves? Oh no, you're gonna have to go back. You're not gonna survive in these Arctic conditions. Really is quite desolate. Just black rocks and a freezing ocean. Rach and I were just saying, you have to admire the Vikings for pitching up on the shore and going, yeah, this'll do. This'll make a nice home. Kind of have to wonder how they did that. So the weather's not quite as nice today as it was yesterday. It's yeah, it's pretty cold and wet. Yeah, we got soaked just now when we went back to look at the geyser again, and now it's kind of, the rain's eased off, but it's freezing even with all of our warm weather apparel. I have a t-shirt, a thermal top, a long sleeve top, a hoodie, and a jacket on, and I'm still cold. Iceland is cold. It's a weird landscape. Just these weird jagged rocks and this weird sort of lichen-y stuff. Or is it grass? I don't know. Definitely feels like driving on another planet. So we are now on our way to the Blue Lagoon, where we're going to go and insert ourselves into a steaming pool of salty brine. Should be good. Oh, random pedestrian. Such a surreal experience. It's just like being in a massive bath with a whole bunch of strangers. But also in the middle of a volcano. Comes up, you can hear it bubbling. If we go down under the water, you can hear just how loud it actually is. Mad. So cool. So we have thoroughly chilled ourselves out in the Blue Lagoon, and I have to say, if you are planning to come to Iceland at any point, definitely book a little foray in there, because it was definitely worth doing. I was a bit worried that it might be a bit cheesy or a bit touristy, and yeah, there were lots of tourists there, but it wasn't horrible. It was actually very nice, but I would definitely suggest going in the morning because it was getting busier and busier towards the end. So I think we timed it quite well. But yeah, just a completely bizarre and completely original experience that you won't get anywhere else. So thumbs up for that. And now we are driving through this really bizarre looking landscape once again, and we are heading towards Reykjavik. And we're going to go and have a look at the museum and find somewhere along the way to stop and eat our lunch. Alrighty, so we've just been to the National Museum of Iceland, which was quite an interesting little foray. Yeah, quite surprising that people only turned up here in about 900 AD, so it's quite recent that it's been settled. Before that there was like 0 people at all. So they have like Viking roots, but they're not really Vikings themselves. They're basically like settlers that are descended from Vikings, essentially. And Celtic people as well, actually, weirdly. Yeah, very interesting. Very cool to see. And now we are on our way out of Reykjavik and on our way back home. And this is basically the end of our day for the time being. And we're just going to go home and chill, make some nice dinner. But it's been a pretty awesome day. We've done all sorts of cool stuff today, so yay, Iceland.
Can I just say, how cool is this to see?
Oh, wow.
Town and the mountains in the background.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, where else can you go into a city centre but have that right on your doorstep? Maybe Canada, I guess, but that's just so cool. Okay, so we are on the road again. We have left a little later today because yesterday we were just driving around in the dark for hours with like no light, so we decided to start a bit later today. And today we are on our way to the Golden Circle. I guess it's kind of like Iceland's answer to the Ring of Kerry. There's like loads of cool stuff to do in a circular route. So the first thing we are going to is the Thingvellir National Park, is that right?
Yep.
And there is an amazing valley there which is formed by a rift, volcanic rift, or two tectonic plate rift or something like that. So we're going to go check that out. Then we are going to the geyser or Giza, or I'm not sure how the Icelandics pronounce it, but basically it is what it says on the tin, just a big geyser. Then we are going to Gullfoss, which is a massive waterfall which looks amazing. And if we have time after that, then we may also go and look at a glacier, but that's like way down in a different part of Iceland. So it really depends on if we have time. I have a feeling we'll probably run out of time. And according to YR.com, the weather is supposed to be snowing all day, so that could be interesting. It's not snowing at the moment. Well, there were a few flakes here and there, but at the moment things look pretty good. Visibility is good. Could even see a few stars, so we might be lucky. So we chose the mountain pass route today, which may have been a slight mistake given that it's now sleeting sideways. But so far we are okay. We haven't died yet, so that's something. But look at this weather. I mean, I'm sure this is nothing compared to what Iceland has to offer, but yeah, it's still quite hair-raising nonetheless. Right, so we are here at Thingvellir National Park. The weather is not the best. It's a bit on the snowy side, but it's not too cold at least, so we can at least go for a bit of a walk, take a look at everything. But it's a bit of a shame because there's probably amazing mountainous views all around us, but all we can see is snow. So, I'm not entirely sure which one's which, but I think this side is the European plate and this side is the American plate. But this is the rift that goes down between the two tectonic plates. It really is quite something. Quite a spectacle to behold. So somewhere where we're standing now, deep beneath the earth, is where the two plates meet. How cool is that? We are currently on our way to Geyser, and we are going the long way because the sat nav told us to turn down this road, which just didn't even look like a road. It was just so full of snow. It was like, looked like we were just driving off into the tundra. So now we're going the long way, and it seems to have added about 20 minutes more to our journey. So, but quite honestly, I would rather be alive. So there's that. But look at this scenery, though. Isn't this beautiful? Very unique experience driving in Iceland. So we've made it to Geyser, which is our next stop, and pretty ordinary looking place, but right here next to the road, it's just random stuff bubbling up out of the ground. It's pretty crazy, and definite smell of rotten eggs, i.e. sulfur. But look at that, it's just here on the side of the road. Just a road, and then bubbling spring. Come to Iceland.
Okay.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Right.
It's got to be now, surely.
Surely.
Whee!
I wonder if there does a little mini one afterwards again.
Well, if you were just standing there, you hadn't even pressed record.
You're joking.
Take a run and jump.
So I'm not too sure why just in this one particular area there's a whole bunch of these steaming pools, but it's just like this convenient little park right by the road where you can just go around and look at all these random pools full of hot sulfurous water. So this is Gullfoss waterfall. This is the last stop on our trip for today, and it is quite something, I have to say. Don't really know what to say. Pretty breathtaking, actually. Just tons and tons of water disappearing off into a yawning chasm. Doesn't get much more impressive than that. Right, so we are on our way home now, and the weather is deteriorating quite rapidly, as you can see. We're now making our way through some quite heavy snow. And the driving is not made any easier by absolute arseholes in huge, ungainly 4x4s with massive tyres that come screaming past you because they have false confidence because of their big fat tyres. In fact, the lights you can see up ahead is one such arsehole who has just passed me, but now can't go any further, so now they're just stuck like the rest of us. But it's fine, we're just taking it easy, going slow, and making our way home, and we'll get there. So we are approaching almost whiteout conditions, literally can't see anything. I don't think I've ever driven in conditions quite as bad as this. This is quite something. Not all that pleasant.
The thing is we know that there's a big mountain over there.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know. You can see how people get lost in snow, because honestly, we could be absolutely anywhere right now. You just wouldn't know. Last night we got up in the middle of the night and we did actually manage to see a bit of Northern Lights. Hey! We went for a drive and Rachel did some pretty impressive weather forecasting to figure out where the clouds would be missing, and we went there and lo and behold we saw some, but they weren't very impressive. It was just very small little wisps of green, but Northern Lights nonetheless. So yay, success, we did it. So this is exactly why I hate too much technology in a car. It is assumed that the speed limit is 50 along here when we've passed multiple signs saying 90, and now because we're doing 90 it's shouting at us and it won't shut up and there's no way to turn it off. So now we have to sit here and listen to this beeping. It's not 50, it's 90. Ah! Right, so we have arrived at what should be the volcano place, but the weather is rather unpleasant out there. It's difficult to see on camera, but the wind is biting and the snow is going sideways. And it's quite a walk to get up to where things might be seen, and there's no guarantee that you're actually going to see any lava because lava only comes out sometimes. So I think we're going to pass on that given the weather conditions and the available time. But that is where lava is happening, and you can kind of see like lava-y stuff all around us. Actually, these rocks are very black and lava-ish. So yeah,
How lava.
that's as close as we've got to the lava, unfortunately. So we have come to the end. We are now on our way back to the airport to drop off the car and jump on our plane. I'm assuming they are used to conditions like this, so hopefully we'll be alright. But yeah, that was Iceland. Quite the experience. I was just saying to Rach, I don't know quite what I was expecting, but this is definitely not what I was expecting, and it's kind of more awesome in every respect. Just a really weird, surreal, incredible place. Yeah, we didn't have best weather really, but made the best of it. And yeah, not much more to say really. Look at that. It speaks for itself.